That's nasty.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Three Geeks Flix. Joining me, as always, is the muse, Justin Kyle. Say hello, everyone, Justin.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, and of course, I am the Tech Mitchell Wright. We are back, and we have something new here for you. We are looking forward to the future. This is going to be our top or most anticipated 5 films each of 2017. And so, to not really tiptoe around the tulips or anything else that Tiny Tim would do, I look to you, good muse, and say, Justin, give it to me. What you got?
So, to start off my list, I was a little conflicted about this.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, Tech. It's nothing too fancy from what I've seen, and I'm going to go and put this on there hesitantly, but I can't deny the fact that I am looking forward to this. Okay. It is the 2017 release of the Zack Snyder directed film Justice League. So, it's been leading up to here for, I think, about 4 years. Not that, that's a big deal when compared to Marvel or Fox, but at the same time, I am curious to see what they're going to do. I do feel like, and one of the reasons why I am anticipating this, if this is another drop the ball scenario, mm-hmm. I don't see how they're going to be able to continue. Wonder Woman does look good. I'm not going to say it doesn't. Suicide Squad looked amazing at the same time, as did Batman v Superman. But at the same time, I'm confident in Wonder Woman. I'm on the fence about Justice League from the trailer. The trailer was okay, but we've done a trailer break on this. Just for the fact that I want to see it, whether or not it's going to be good or bad, it's got to be on the list. So, Justice League.
All right. Yeah, I'm on the fence as well. I have to agree with you. There's some anxiety when it comes to DC right now. But there is one film, like we've said, that I feel strongly about and that I think can help pick the DC universe up and dust it off, and that is the 2017 release of Wonder Woman with Gal Gadot, Chris Pine, and Robin Wright. I do believe that this is it's going to be definitely a year for some strong female roles in some movies, especially as superheroes. I think Gal Gadot was great in Batman vs Superman. I feel like her performance was flawless. She was not a weak point at any time in that film. The story itself made it weak, and the way it was flowed and scripted as far as timeline-wise.
Right.
But Wonder Woman, it looks like it has the possibility to be strong. Great action scenes that we've seen so far from the trailers. Good cast, strong actors. Some rather seasoned actors, especially Robin Wright. So
right.
It's got things to go in the right direction, and let's just hope the right people get involved, handle it with kid gloves, care, and love, and make sure that it all flows and makes sense. So, Wonder Woman.
Great choice. Yeah. My next film, 2017. So far, this is probably tied for second as the best trailer I've seen of 2016. Okay. It is the 2017 release, Logan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
From that trailer, I gotta say, there's not a lot you gotta say about this. That was a fantastic trailer break, if I do say myself, so myself. But, it's a final one from what, he's been on record saying this will probably be the final one. So I feel like he deserves to be in the top 5 most anticipated. Just see how it's going to end. The first one, Origins. There's not a lot to say about that, but not necessarily in a good way.
And no fault of his own.
No, that's the thing. Hugh Jackman has nailed it every single time. This one, it looks like they're going in a different direction. Plus, everything they've done with the marketing, and I'm not just talking about the trailer. Even things like the posters and the pictures have been filled with richness and thought-provoking imagery. Logan, seeing how it ends. Hugh Jackman, you'll always be Wolverine.
Indeed. I agree, sir. Good one. My next one, as I was saying, that I feel that this will be the year of strong lead female roles. It is another good old looking forward to 2017 release by Rupert Sanders, Ghost in the Shell. Now, it's got Scarlett Johansson, Michael Wincott, and Michael Pitt in it. And I think I said those names right. I believe it's 2 Michaels. But what we're looking at here is Ghost in the Shell was an anime that came out in my youth that I enjoyed, and Scarlett Johansson will be playing the Major. And it's kind of her story. There's a lot of psychological hints and whatnot in it, as far as who is she, what side is she on, what was her past life, what was her memory, as far as a machine or a person, or however you want to view her. Fantastic trailer, great action, hails back to the anime. You can tell that these people had a love and respect for what came before it and what made it, and that's why I feel this is going to be a spot-on, strong live-action rendition, and I highly look forward to it. So, Ghost in the Shell.
So you said that Rupert Sanders was the director, right?
Yes.
So I didn't know that going in until you just said that, but he was also the director of Snow White and the Huntsman, the original, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got skill. He's got some skill with directions.
Indeed. Let's just hope he doesn't sleep with Scarlett Johansson.
Great Scott!
And screw everything up.
You ought not talk that way. You're just a boy.
Well,
But that's not any of my business. Okay.
Moving on. My third film. Surprise, John Wick 2.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
So I want to say this comes out in February?
Yes.
It comes out early.
10th, I believe.
Right. We don't have to wait too much longer.
Mm-mm.
About 2 months. Oh, my God. Yep. I'm curious. Now, I only remember, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, for the first John Wick, I only remember one full-length trailer. And they released that, literally less than 2 months before the movie debuted. That's why when you first watched it, if you go back and you remember the John Wick trailer, the original, you saw it, and then it showed the release date, and you're like, oh, my God, I've never heard of this, and this comes out in 30 days. What is going on? Keanu Reeves, you scoundrel. This one, the trailer, you've seen the trailer.
Oh, yes.
The trailer looks great.
Oh, yes.
Looks like they're going to pay homage to the first one, yet they're going to up the scale. I'm excited. I'm excited for it. John Wick is a gem of a film. I'd probably give that a solid 9. At least a 9. And
at the least.
Yeah, with what they did with it. And Keanu Reeves, he's probably one of the best people working in Hollywood as far as ethics goes and morals.
Absolutely.
With this story, if we both talked about it linked before.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, John Wick 2.
Absolutely. Very, very, very much look forward to that one. Absolutely. My next is back to the sci-fi fantasy world. It is War of the Planet of the Apes, or War for the Planet of the Apes. Matt Reeves. It's got Judy Greer, Woody Harrelson, Andy Serkis, and Steven Zahn. Now, The trailer just came out. Looks extremely action-packed. CGI looks spot on.
Yes, it does.
Motion capture. Nobody can do it like the godfather of it all itself, Andy. And then Woody Harrelson. What a nice addition. What a nice addition. Going back to the Wild Man. Back to it almost hails back to his days of Born Killers. Natural Born Killers, yeah. And I mean, it's kind of cool to see him in that kind of role again. He of course is the narrator during the trailer, and I'm ready to see the action. I'm ready to see the story, I believe, conclude, and so it's highly anticipated. I've enjoyed every other film that they've done in this series. I think it's been a great reboot and rebirth, and I'm ready to see it come to a close and gracefully.
So that's a great choice, and it's interesting. I saw the trailer for that. I guess the trailer dropped like a couple of days ago. Not very long ago.
Not long at all.
I did not know that Woody Harrelson was in this movie.
Neither did I.
So when you saw him, not only that, when you find out that he's playing the villain, you're thinking, exactly, that's exactly what I thought. I thought Natural Born Killers. They're like, how iconic is that role? Oliver Stone's film. Fantastic
absolutely.
Film. Not to mention, like you said, Serkis as the Godfather. I mean, he is the original gangster of motion capture. They all look for him. That one scene when they're riding their horses on the beach, and it shows the actual, I guess it's a chimpanzee, and he has the girl in the back. How flawless does even the hair and the fur look as far as the CGI?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it looks completely real. You're fooled.
Right. This is going to go down. If this is as good as it looks, this is going to go down as one of the best trilogies probably in the past 30 years. Because the first one was solid. The second one was fantastic. They're both great films because they're the thinking man's action movies.
Absolutely.
That's the thing. Very in-depth. Very, very philosophical. Great choice.
Thank you for selling it for me more.
Great choice. All right. My fourth film is the 2017 release, Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, I knew you'd be waiting for that one.
Hey, man.
Hey, I know.
That's the thing.
I know.
I make no apologies for this choice.
And you shouldn't.
The trailer, I was a little conflicted about the trailer, and then I watched, as per your recommendation, I watched the side-by-side after that trailer break. I'm still... just the cast. I mean, out of all the movies coming out in 2017, this is probably the best and most stacked cast of any movie. I mean, if you go through the cast of every film and compare them to, this is probably the most stacked cast, and as well as some of the most perfectly cast characters. Not to mention, I say Lion King's my favorite Disney movie of all time, and that's true.
Yeah,
Lion King would be number one, and this is like literally half a point under the Lion King. So I adore this. I adore this film. The music, the trailer was phenomenal. I'm just excited to see it, man. It looks magical. It looks like it's going to take me back to when I was a child and I watched it. So I can't wait for it.
Oh yeah, and I definitely agree with you. Disney is going to take us back to the magic that we experienced as children, as adults. So absolutely, I too look forward to it. So no apologies needed.
Right.
All right. My next film we have not seen anything on. There's been no trailer, no stills or anything else that they've talked about. It is a sequel, a long-awaited sequel of the Ridley Scott film Blade Runner. It is Blade Runner 2049, and it's not directed by Ridley. It's directed by Denis Villeneuve. It's not coming out till late 2017, like I think October, November, something like that. But the cast has me very, very interested to see this and very excited to see this. And anybody that watched this show, you'll figure out why when I tell you. It's got Ryan Gosling, it's got Dave Bautista, it's got Ana de Armas, and it's got my boy, Jared Leto. Right. And when I saw that Jared Leto was in it along with those other three names I mentioned, I was like, oh yeah. Oh, yeah, this is totally, this style, this futuristic punk noir kind of feel. Absolutely. And Harrison Ford's supposed to make a cameo or be in it briefly. There really hasn't been a whole lot said about this. I feel like he has to kind of come back as Deckard just to make a cameo and to somewhat pass the torch to Gosling. But I think that Leto would be an absolutely fantastic, just insane bad guy in this, to be one of the androids, reploids. Forgive me, I can't remember the term. They skin jobs, as they call them.
Right.
I'm ready. I'm ready to see something on this. I hope it has me as excited as I am just by looking at the cast. There is no information on it, but if it's got those names right there, it's got to have something.
You know, it's interesting. Right before we started recording, I was reading an article about Harrison Ford was shooting one day, and he accidentally hit Ryan Gosling in the face for real.
Nice.
So, not only that, but they immediately brought... This sounds exactly like Harrison Ford. They immediately brought a bowl of ice, and they were rushing to Ryan Gosling. And Harrison Ford stepped in front of him and put his fist in there right in front of Gosling's face. And then afterwards, I guess he felt bad.
Uh-huh.
Ryan Gosling was in his trailer icing his face. Harrison Ford walks in with a bottle of scotch, and he pulls a glass from his jacket. He pours him one little shot. He says, "Here," and then he walks away with the rest of scotch. So Ryan Gosling says something like, if you're going to be hit by anyone in the face, it's got to be Harrison Ford, because he's just such a cool mother effer. And I was like, agreed.
Agreed. That's an awesome little tidbit. I agree. So Blade Runner 2049. Move on.
Great choice.
Thank you.
My final one is the highly anticipated, mainly from just a perfect trailer, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, directed by James Gunn.
Absolutely.
So, Chris Pratt has been on record as saying, and he specifically said this is not hyperbole, this is the biggest film of all time. That's a huge, bold statement.
Right.
I don't think it's going to be the biggest film of all time. I'll just say that first and foremost. But I trust in James Gunn and James Gunn's vision. I trust the cast. This could be probably tied. It looks like it from the trailer. It looks like this is potentially be tied as my favorite Marvel film of all time, which is saying quite a bit. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the first Avengers is probably, it could be considered one of the most groundbreaking films in the past 15 years with what it did, and everyone following that suit and that model.
Agreed.
It was the first one. Whedon is always going to be a legend because of that, but the CGI, the cast, the action, the humor, the music, all of these things are unique to this franchise, and it's just so perfect. Everything, it's like a perfectly fit puzzle at the right time. So, Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, sir. You got the right people, the right music, the right feel. Your new age space epic odyssey. So
family friendly.
It is.
Yeah.
It can be loved by all.
Yep.
I so agree. Now I'm going to hail back to the granddaddy of them all that, of course, a lot of us are looking forward to, and it should be no surprise. And I actually said that I had dibs on this, and I may have threatened with physical force if I didn't get to pick it, and I have, so we're okay. It is Star Wars Episode 8, which is directed by Rian Johnson, of course, Daisy Ridley, Mark Hamill, Adam Driver, Carrie Fisher, Benicio del Toro, and John Boyega. And it has been there has been a rumor going around of the title. Disney trademarked a title that, quite frankly, I if you want to know, go look it up. I don't want to spoil it because I don't know how much truth is in it. But we're going to see a wounded Kylo Ren. We're going to see Daisy Ridley coming to terms and learning her power. We're going to see Luke now as the Master. which I think will be fantastic. Carrie Fisher was strong in The Force Awakens. She's going to be strong in this film, I have no doubt. And I am interested to see what direction they go with John Boyega, Finn. And I am also extremely interested, given what I've heard almost rumor-wise, of what baddie in what form Mr. Benicio del Toro is going to play. So,
right.
This is a lifelong love for me, as you can see it all around my room behind me. As you can see on the 3 Geeks Flix mural I've put back there and still working on. I am so ready to see all these, and I just hope and pray every day that I get to live that much longer to watch the chapters close. So, Star Wars Episode 8. I got heartfelt, I know, I'm sorry.
Well,
I couldn't help it.
I mean, there's not a lot I can say. That argument is pretty refutable as the mic drop, so I'll just wait awkwardly until you decide to end the show.
Okay. So check us out on Facebook, 3 Geeks Flix. It's spelled out 3 Geeks Flix, Flix. Give us a like, comment, holler, troll. If you don't do Facebook, we've got Twitter. It's at the number 3 Geeks Flix, Flix. Give us a follow there. There you can hollow. There you can troll. There you can check us out. Get involved. Let us know you're out there. Comment to us. We're not untouchable. Well, I'm not untouchable. I wouldn't touch Justin, though. But that's so we can have you on a YouTube show like this one, like a Top Something or a Geek Feed or a, I don't know, maybe a trailer break? Maybe your favorite movies of all time? Maybe something more? I don't know. Okay, thank you. I was waiting for you to bring it down because I was losing it. But folks, we can have you on any one of those shows. Get involved. We'd love to build a rapport with you. This is a community for all of us that love these types of films or film itself that is not an asshat critic. And I say that strongly. And no offense to you other critics out there, but you're overpaid. And that's as far as I'm concerned. I'm not paid right now. I can say that. Until I get overpaid, that's my stance. So...
And when we get overpaid, we will no longer say that, ever.
Bull***, I'm still going to say it. But anyways, folks, appreciate you all sticking around, and stay tuned to the glow of those monitors, because we're going to catch you next time. Good night. I've got actors, director, and release date.
I have the movie title list.
So I went above and beyond, huh?
Oh my god, I guess I should look up all that
You don't have to.
Well, I kind of do now, otherwise I'm going to look like an asshat in comparison to you.
It's as usual.
Mitchell?
Can you see everything back there? Can you see it?
Yes. Oh, damn, that looks awesome.
I added the Decepticon tonight and the Jack Skellington. And did you notice the Serenity up there from Firefly below the Avengers?
You know how I know that you're a dork?
That's how you know I'm cool. So you, Twilight. Star Wars?
Yep.
You need to take that off your list. That's mine.
Alright, so Justice League, Logan, John Wick 2, Beauty and the Beast, and Guardians. I can't believe Guardians wasn't on your list.
Guardians. It was going to be, but I took it off because I knew you'd have it.
Yes you did.
And I wanted to be nice. Because I'm a gracious host, you.
I'll tell you something else.
Okay, please. I'm listening.
Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
On a serious note, Twilight. I guarantee you, here's what's going to happen. We're going to see the trailer for Thor Ragnarok. It's going to show the Hulk in his armor and Thor without, what's the hammer's name again? Mjolnir or something?
Mjolnir. It's
It's something like that. 5 days.
It's been in there a while.
That's what she said.
Justin? Are you going outside, Justin?
Yes. Josie's on a vacation far away. Kim and Randy talking over.
That's why country boys should never listen to the outfield.
That's the moon. Stacy's mom has got it going on. F you, Twilight. She's all I want, and I want it.
Never mind, that didn't go. Let's just forget that I ever said that.
Yep. Will do.
So I like toast. I'm just trying to change the subject. F you, Twilight.
Hey, there it is. That'd be the best way to ask out a girl, too. So, there's something I've been wanting to ask you for a long time. F you, Twilight. Will you go out with me? Fuck you, Twilight. Zach, we could do a whole show on that. We could do a show on like our top 5 inserts of F you, Twilight. So, one of mine would be Christopher Walken when he's in Pulp Fiction describing the watch story.
Mm-hmm.
For a year, stuck this watch up my ass. And F you, Twilight.
It's like Justin meets Christopher Walken and he goes and tells people afterwards. So there's this guy that I met. He's on this show on YouTube. And in the middle of everything, he says, F you, Twilight. It was crazy.